chat up, guys. I can't see it. Well, hey, okay. So, do we have sound? The mic has been funny lately, so please let me know if we have sound, and then we'll begin. I'm worried. Can you hear me? Wonderful, okay. Okay, wonderful. So we have Rising Phoenix, Lolina. So nice to see you again. It's been so long. Lindsay, Sidhi, Flower Beauty, Pooja, hello and welcome. I'm well, I hope you are well. Hello Benita, Theodora, Candy. So yeah, thank you. The sound is good. That is wonderful. And thank you guys. Thank you Theodora. Thank you Lolina. Trying to be a little bit Christmassy. So thank you for the compliments. Yes. Everything will be Christmassy this month. So we'll have reindeers, maybe angels, who knows. So wonderful. So if you have not been in for a while, I haven't really been doing the emoji thing lately. I feel like things have been okay without it. I don't know. Feedback, if you feel differently, you're very welcome to let me know. So, so the usual crystal ball, but because we don't have the one question per emoji thing, it's going to just be being respectful, leaving some space for other people to ask questions in between your questions. So I do notice that someone keeps not waiting, not giving other people a chance. I will maybe skip a few of your questions. So if I skip a few of your questions, maybe have a little look and see if you're asking a little bit too much without giving other people a chance. And I don't have too many cards today, but I will go over what we do have. And I forgot loved ones again, and I keep doing it because I've been doing these like free card love readings lately, and I keep using those cards, and I'm forgetting to bring them back down here, which is like the streaming room. So we'll see. I may run and get the love cards if they're needed. I can't believe I didn't notice that. But okay, we'll go over what we do have. So at the moment we have Akashic, Chakra, Spirit Animal, Angel, you can see Angel, Unicorn, Starseed, Shadow Healing, and Moon Magic as well. So there are quite a few cards here. I lost these for so long, the Starseed, if you can see Starseeds. I lost them for so long, so that's really the only new one, the new edition at the moment, because I finally found them. Well, hey. So they're the cards today, not quite as many as usual, but I will get love cards if we need them. So yeah, let's get to it. So and just one more thing, I do think everybody in here has been in at least once before, but if you are quite new, please do yes, like Gabby has here. Just leave your full name and date of birth. It really helps me to connect to your energy. The kind of difference with seeing like a psychic in person, they can really connect with your energy in person, whereas online it's a bit more difficult. Having something to connect with for the first few readings is really good. Most people in here you'll see like Pooja, Theodora, Miss Venus. They won't be leaving their information because I'm connected with them. I've read for them many times, but it does really help me the first few times, so I appreciate that. So let's see, who's our first question? Let's see. You guys were really nice and patient in the beginning. I appreciate that. You know, not bombarding too many questions at the beginning. That'll just help me to kind of try to stay on track or try to not get too far behind, which always happens. So, Mega, what are R's current feelings and next actions towards me? Okay. So the first thing I notice that's different here is there's a bit of distraction. There's a bit kind of almost pulling away a little bit, being a little bit less focused on you. But it does seem like there's distractions going on, other things on the mind, maybe work, study, family kind of things like that. The positive feelings, so the care, the attraction, and all of that is still there, but it does seem like there's a bit of a distraction. So that you may notice some distance, or some distance might be coming up a little bit in terms of maybe less communication or something like that. It does seem like distractions and busyness. Doesn't seem, like I said, the positive emotions are still there. So, Pooja, ends current thoughts, feelings, and intentions. Okay. Thoughts and feelings seem very friendly and, like platonic kind of energy. There does seem to be quite a friendly kind of energy going on there. Nothing that's too deep emotionally, so nothing, there isn't really strong attraction coming up, there isn't like love, there isn't anything too strong that's on the romantic kind of side of things, although the emotions are positive, so they are positive, it just seems to be a little bit on the friendly side, which has been coming up quite often and quite a lot with N, so it just seems a bit consistent at this point. But let's see if there are any intentions, or any plans, intentions, anything coming up there. So keeping the communication channels open and keeping the friendly connection does seem important. So it definitely doesn't seem like, a desire to break apart, to create distance or anything like that. It does seem like there's still that connection, there's still desire for that connection to be there, even if it's coming up much more friendly lately. Flower Beauty, did my cleaners steal my handbag that I have been looking for? Okay. Okay, so I'm getting a no on that, but I am really sorry about your handbag. I hope that turns up in some way. Rising Phoenix, what are Mandar's current feelings and thoughts on me? Okay. There's attraction, there's a lot of positive energy here. It seems quite low in the sense of how maybe things are in the beginning of a connection, or when we start to build up to something a little bit more close, like if you've been associated for a little while, kind of like, but not close. It feels like kind of the beginnings of something. It just feels quite low. It's positive, but it feels quite low. So that's what I will say. But there's nothing negative there. Just to note that the energy is a little bit low. City, Okmar, Okmar's feelings for me in any action. Okay. Did I skip something there? Okay. No, it is City. So there's actually not a lot there in terms of feelings. It seems a little bit like there's some indecision, maybe being undecided, you know. I would maybe say this, it's a little bit similar to Rising Phoenix, where the energy is quite low. So it's almost like it's not that there's anything negative, it's not that there's, any kind of negative emotions towards you or dislike or anything, but it just seems like it's very kind of, I usually refer to it as kind of positive but passive. So it's like the emotions, that feeling, maybe the connection is positive, but it's definitely not at the forefront of their mind. It's not at the forefront of their mind. So, like we were saying with Rising Phoenix as well, there's always a chance that that could grow, things could grow from that. But just noting that, although there's nothing particularly negative, it is a little bit low, so pretty similar with that one. And Benita, when will I meet my future husband? Okay. So I'm guessing the end of 2025, that one. Miss Venus, hello, I hope you're well. Candy, do you see me winning cash pot today if I play? Okay. So I'm getting a no on that, unfortunately. I'm so sorry to say. Best of luck for hopefully another day. So CGI or I'm sorry, I'm not sure. Not sure on your username there. But I will need, so I don't think I've read for you before. Please guys, if you are new, put your full name and date of birth with your question and I can connect your energy then and read your question there. So Miss Venus, timeline for my soulmate please. Okay. Yes, so getting a bit of a time period, a time frame here. So last week of this month, first 2 weeks of January is coming through as the, I suppose, minimum and maximum, the cut-off points there. Gabby, yes, thank you, Gabby. Current feelings of Odalis. I'm so sorry if I pronounce any names wrong or anything like that. I do apologise. You are very welcome to correct me, but let's check current feelings of this person to you. So let's check. And we'll just focus on your information you've given there. Okay. There's a lot of kind of surface level kind of emotions coming up here. So like attraction, like physical attraction. So that's not to say that there can't be anything deeper or that deeper things can't come, with time. But there definitely seems to be some surface level, like physical attraction kind of coming up there. Candy, is there any negative energies around me? Okay, let's check. Yeah, so your aura is a little bit weak in around your root area, your root chakra area. There's a little bit of kind of negative energy there. It does seem to be more, so not right internally inside the root chakra, more where the protection has kind of weakened on the aura, but there is some negative energy there. So just to point that out. Mega, where are Anta's mother's thoughts about me after our day out? Okay. Really positive. It feels really positive. It feels kind of like comfortable, kind of trusting kind of energy as well. Like like a nice, trusting, comfortable kind of energy. It does seem nice. Just minimizing that so I can see maximizing that so I can see the time. Yeah, so it seems positive thoughts from the mother there, and of course from all as well. Shadow healing for Rising Phoenix. Okay. Cheat. Cheat. Being decent only relates to those who play fair. So it's your choice to play by the rules or bend them. As long as you are fair and reasonable, play hard. Pooja, I saw a dream some time ago where I see N's brother and father in one of my relatives' marriage function. What was it significant about? Okay. Okay, so seeing N's brother and father in one of your relatives' marriage function. Okay. So the significance seems to come in the fact that it was his relatives and your relatives, and not you both directly. It's like, um, someone close to him and someone close to you, but not you two, individual people together. Um, so it's more kind of about how there's some level of connection no matter what happens. So if he stays on his path and you don't kind of reconcile in this lifetime, there's still going to be some level of connection and interaction, whether it's, just kind of catching up every now and then, being on each other's maybe social media and things like that. It's kind of speaking to how even if the connection is very loose and you maybe only catch up every, I don't know, month, 2 months, 3 months, something like that, there'll still always be some level of connection. City, how will my new lover be? Okay. Um, so looking at, yeah, so with the question, so there are a few things we can check with questions like this. Are you referring more to a connection that's just beginning to blossom in your life so far, or a possible entirely new path of someone you haven't met? So yeah, because we can look at possibilities around you. Maybe someone you haven't met who's going to come into your life path. I'm not 100% sure on what you want to look at there, but I probably will go and get some love cards in a little bit. So, Theodora, what places should I visit for soul retrieval, and a card of your choice, please? I guess unicorn. Well, I have to pick unicorn now, but I will do two for Theodora. So let's do what place should I visit for soul retrieval? So let's see if we can see anything for place to visit for soul retrieval. Okay, this is a little bit interesting because I am seeing somewhere, but I'm not really getting the location coming out to me. And what I'm seeing, there's a lot of sea here, so the actual sea. So There's a lot of sea on the earth, so I think I do need to get more specific with it, of course, for a location for this, but just explaining what is coming through and what I am seeing there. Yeah, it's very interesting that I can just see it, not getting any kind of message, like auditory message, visual message of where this is, but it definitely is. It definitely is something to check. It's definitely a very interesting question. So I should make a note to recheck this actually, while we're not too far down the stream yet, because when we get too far down, if we get too far down, we will make it to repeat the question. So I'm just going to make a note to double check on that. If something doesn't come through, it's always good to see if we can get it a little bit further down, or if anything else will come up with the C that's coming up there. So when we're doing a unicorn card as well for Theodora, and I'm also going to choose another one of my choice, just to be it's a little bit of a surprise. So there we have discernment, okay. Discernment. All is not what it seems. Stay true to your knowing. Keep your dreams a secret. Okay, keep your dreams a secret. So there could be some, maybe sometimes people not really wishing us well, or sometimes it's just us wanting to really, achieve something, confirm something, have the ball rolling at least before we spread the news. So let's also do an Acacia card for Theodora as well. I can pick it up. Okay, 5 of Keys, wishes fulfilled. Okay, so it's a very beautiful scene of abundance, if you can see it. Abundance of food, wine, probably anything else, beautiful views, nice home there. So beautiful, wishes fulfilled, sorry, is referring to positive changes, positive luck, positive karma, getting what we want, manifesting, our affirmations working and things like that. So it's just a really positive omen of course, our wishes being fulfilled. So it's kind of the card we all want to draw. So I hope that's as soon as possible for you, Theodora. Oh, excuse me. Yawning already. It's only 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. Gabby, what are his next actions towards me? I think, is that a repeated question? Oh no, you just asked current feelings. Yeah, okay, next actions. Let's see. I'm increasing communication and planning an in-person kind of meet up, which seems a little bit further down the line. But increasing communication is coming up there. Pooja Angel card. Prioritize. They do not get into focus, but I'll always read them out, so don't worry. Prioritize. Archangel Metatron, focus on your highest priorities. I will help you get organized and motivated. Okay. Candy B, a saucy card. Yes, of course. Light. It's time to reveal your radiant light to the world. So that's the thing, with like light workers and people who do have information to spread, things to, energy to spread and things like that. Sometimes we just kind of shy away from spreading that light. So don't do that and spread your light. Lindsay says an Akashic card. Absolutely. The willow. Okay, so you have the willow, and the willow is all about the emotions. So the kind of river here is the emotions, and the willow is a tree. So the willow tree grows near water, and that is because it absorbs a lot of water, and the water is representing of emotions, and you are the willow. So what it's saying is that you might not be balancing your emotions enough or correctly. You might be being absorbing a little bit too much. It can sometimes be if you're a lot of an empath, so maybe you're absorbing all of the emotions of people around you too much and you need your protection. But it can also be if you're not dealing with your own emotions well enough. So it doesn't mean that you never deal with your emotions well, it doesn't mean that you're angry or anything like that, but there could be some kind of emotion that's overwhelming you lately, or some situation that's overwhelming you emotionally. So just be a little bit mindful of that. If it is the empath side of it, where you're absorbing too many of other people's emotions, then you might need to just, upkeep your protections, strengthen your protections. But if it is a certain situation or person or something that's kind of messing with your own personal emotions, just think about that, how to balance that, how to deal with that a little bit better. Rhoda, hello, welcome. Miss Venus, I finally accepted to have Omar come over and see each other again after a year. How does he feel about it? And how does he feel my energy towards him? Okay, so how does he feel about coming over, and how does he feel that your energy is? How does he feel that your energy is coming across to him? I'm curious if he is feeling deflated deflated or energized. Okay, so let's see that then. How does he feel about it? Okay. Yeah, okay, so straight away, it's interesting because there is like excitement. There's excitement and definitely getting the kind of energized feeling. So the energized kind of feeling is definitely coming through more than any kind of deflated energy or anything like that. It does feel like excited, energized, those kind of emotions. Um, and if it's interesting because it's kind of like there's this balance of two things that are a bit opposing. So there's kind of like um, expecting it to happen. Not, I wouldn't say in like a kind of egotistical kind of way, but there's like this kind of expecting that it would happen again. That, the last time wouldn't be the last time, if that makes sense. But then also it's kind of surprised. So it's like this counterbalance of these two things that are actually quite opposite, but they're kind of, yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting because it's like on one hand I feel like we were always going to, meet up again and have this time again. But I'm also like kind of surprised that it's happening now, so it's really nice to see. But it does feel high energy, it does feel vibrant. There's definitely a positivity in that. Not like a deflated kind of thing. Doesn't seem so. Mecca, what were Oz thoughts when his mother asked my views on our future and marriage plans? Okay. Okay, so there's definitely an energy of expecting it. There's definitely an energy of kind of, I wouldn't say not knowing it was going to happen, but of expecting it to happen, of thinking like it was, it's bound to come up, or I kind of felt like this would come up. There does seem to be a little bit more. I wouldn't say like surprise or anything like that. Thank you, Miss Venus. I am a whole vibe. Hooray! Thank you so much. So yeah, I'm really trying to be very Christmassy this month. So You will probably see me also as an angel soon. And what I keep forgetting to do is put my little Christmas tree, have a little Christmas tree. It's going to be on stream next time. I forgot about it. It's very small, it's very cute. So I'll put it on next time. um, Pooja, how is Anne feeling about me going for a one-day outing with A and other friends and also on A's birthday? Okay. Yeah, I would say okay. It doesn't feel particularly like there's any negativity towards it, but it doesn't feel particularly like, and really wants to encourage it either. It doesn't really seem like that. But I would say kind of okay. Just so maybe. Kevin. Hi, hope you're doing well as well. Kevin, really nice to see you. Candy, is new unexpected money coming to me this month? Okay. It seems you do have possibility of this in more towards the end of this month. It does seem you have possibility. It's not the most prominent and most vibrant thing, so it wouldn't be like I would say, make sure you're putting on like every lottery and buying like all the scratch cards at the end of the month. I wouldn't go that far with it, but it does seem like there's a more high kind of prominent abundant energy at the very end of this month. Rhoda, what are C's intentions and feelings towards me? Okay. There's some kind of attraction, but I wouldn't say it comes across different than just like physical, like kind of surface level attraction. It feels more like there's some kind of like magnetic kind of pull, like some kind of magnetic attraction, but not in a kind of, I wouldn't say in like a romantic or physically attracted way. I would I would put it maybe a little bit more like there's a friendly aspect to it, but definitely an attraction, like kind of feeling a gravitation towards you. It does come through quite strongly, even though it doesn't really feel to be like there's romantic or anything there, but there's definitely a gravitation towards you coming through there. So it feels quite nice. It's definitely positive. And Daniela, will I see the boy I met at the car fair again at least once? Okay. Oh, well, I hope so. If you'd like to, let's check it. So, Daniela, will I see the boy I met at the car fair again at least once? Okay. Okay, so I'm getting a yes on this, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be super soon, unfortunately. It seems like you may even forget a little bit about that before this does happen. Um, but yes, we are getting, there's a chance of that there. Jasmine, hello. Shan, hello. Flower Beauty, you're welcome. Um, Benita, what is Shan saying to his friends about me? I feel like he has a little crush. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so it does seem like you definitely have been brought up, although it seems like quite fleeting a conversation. Like it doesn't seem like asking for advice or opening up about having attraction to someone. It seems kind of it's a little bit of kind of maybe dropping your name in there or asking a little question about you or something like that, and not fully like opening up about anything, but there does feel like there is something there. I think you are picking up on something there. Jan, Why did Caden not play with his friends group the night of the 8th? Was he in a private call with M or just busy / asleep? Okay. Yeah, so getting a yes to kind of a sleep here, maybe it could just be resting, it might not be actually being asleep, but it definitely doesn't seem like this busyness. It does really seem like time to himself, like resting at least, I would say. Gabby, what do you see happening between Odalis and I? Any signs of a committed relationship with him? Okay, committed relationship, let's see. Yeah, it seems like there's a possibility. It does seem pretty low right now, but there is a possibility there, so we should at least note that there is a possibility there. Maybe this might improve or increase or something like that. There's definitely something, some possibility. Delphine, hello and welcome. I hope you're well. Is P missing me and does he want to reconcile? Okay. So I'm getting yes to missing you, but I'm getting a no on reconcile at the moment here. Jasmine, I'm having physical sensations with my heart again. I think it's spiritual. If so, where is it coming from? Okay, well, it's definitely best to be safe and, you know, make sure your health is in check and everything like that. But let's check on anything spiritual with this. Excuse me. Sorry if that was loud. Okay. It seems like there's a bit of empathy in this kind of twin flame connection with these sensations, because it does seem like that on the twin flame side as well, there's some kind of I don't know if negative's the right word to use. Like I was going to say like negative, you know, negative love path occurrences, if you will, which I would say is negative because he's delaying his own love path. He's delaying, you know, the more high vibrational path, and he's kind of it, stagnant but sticking on like a lower vibrational path. So maybe negative is the right word to use. I don't know if it's a little bit extreme when it's more stagnant rather than completely going in the wrong direction. Um, yeah, you can take that, you know, the way I word things as you will, but it does seem like there's some empathy going on with with that. So there's a stagnant kind of energy with his heart, his love path, his heart chakra, and things like that. And it does feel like you're picking up on that as well. So of course our sensations that we get can be positive, they can be negative, but it does seem a little bit more like you're empathizing on the slightly more negative side of that at the moment with him. Pooja, I got a hunch one day that A could leave N for some other person in the distant future. Was it correct or just my illusion? Okay. Okay. It definitely is a possibility. Now the connection that they have, it is long term, so it definitely would be distant future, but there definitely is a possibility of that. So I would say that, you are picking up on a possibility in the distant future, so you're absolutely correct. Jan, I saw recently the Caden got Telegram. He was streaming and I saw the app. Did he get this text or another girl, and why does he have it? Okay. Yeah, so there seems mostly to be some groups that he's interested in there. So it doesn't really seem like one-on-one conversations are really at the forefront with that. Goody, hello. Kevin. I had a very scary dream. Oh no! Just 1 to 2 days ago, I was going to take a shower, but then the water started to become bloody, and the bathroom was filled with blood. Oh no! Tried to speak, but I couldn't. Okay, interesting, but yes, certainly scary. So let's look at it. Okay, so trying to take a shower. Okay. Okay, so there does seem to be a bit of a warning going on here. There's something, so it's either the family home or one of your parents. There's some kind of cleansing needed. I can't really differentiate here if it's family home or one of the people specifically, so it's parents coming through. But yeah, there needs to be some kind of clearing going on, cleansing in this space or with this person, around this person. So yeah, it might be worth just doing that, or mentioning to them if they would, if they are the type of people that would do it, because yeah, I would definitely say there's a bit of cleansing needed there. Yeah, but I'm really sorry about that. It sounds scary. It's certainly a scary kind of dream there. Mega, what happened between R and the lady he had a dispute with during his trip to UA? Okay. So there seems to be mostly based from or coming from a misunderstanding. Maybe even something just a little bit more exaggerated than it needed to be, if that makes sense. It seems mostly like just being moved past. I wouldn't say there's a huge like apology or any really big kind of thing like that, but definitely just kind of moving past it. Yeah, it doesn't seem like ongoing or like anything's going to get worse or anything like that. Balanced Life, thank you. Oh, Balanced Life says like 12. Guys, if you have not liked the video yet, please do like it. And if you are new, please do subscribe. Always forget to say that, so yeah, thank you. Let's see. So thank you for your information there, and oh, Shweta is your sister. Very lovely, very lovely. We love Shweta. Okay, will I be more successful in my own online business or a job? Okay, very nice. Yeah, so getting own business coming through there, so that's amazing. Lovely. And so much love to you and Shweta as well. Goody. Will I be having my dream career in January 2025? Okay. Okay, so I'm getting a no on that. It does seem like a little bit more of a slow process, but that's not to say that you can't have some, you know, some kind of steps towards it by January. Miss Venus had a nightmare 2 days ago where I woke up agitated and started seeing a blob of red dots in front of me, all floating together by my window. What was that? Okay. Okay, let's see. So it seems like you are being observed by some kind of negative entity, spiritual kind of entity, but it's not like this entity is physically right in your space. You're being observed. So this kind of dot thing is a representation of. It's almost. I think I can describe it like a remote viewing. I'm not 100% if I could do that, but it's almost like this is kind of the interface and where you're being observed, but this thing isn't physically in your space. So I hope that makes sense. Kevin, should I do my master's in biochemistry, mathematics, or MSc financial economics from abroad in the future? Okay. Sorry, I didn't know I'm yawning so early. It's only 8:30. Okay, but let's see. So biochemistry, mathematics, or MSc financial economics. Okay. Yeah, I'm guessing financial economics being more prominent there. And Pooja says an animal card. A seagull. Ooh. Now it's time for deep emotional healing. Ooh. We've gone kind of glowing. Yeah, so now it's time for deep emotional healing. So um, it's another thing with water coming up. When we have water in these kind of cards or these symbols, spirit animals, it can often be linked to our emotions as well. So the seagull, of course, the gull of the sea, can help us with deep emotional healing, can help us with our emotions, and with other animals as well, like even water creatures, fish, animals that live in the water as well, can be quite helpful with emotional healing a lot of the time. So just think about that, and maybe you feel a bit more of a resonance with other animals, but if you're working on your emotional self, your solar plexus, your heart chakra, maybe connect with the seagull a little bit in that healing. So Jan, did Caden abruptly end our call on the morning of the 6th because he was tired, or was it due to Em nagging and begging him to call because she was blowing up his notifications? Okay, so did he abruptly end the call because he was tired or because of her? Okay. Yeah, it does seem to be linked to her with that one. And animal card for Goody as well. Rattlesnake. The experiences that you're presently going through are an initiation into fulfilling your purpose as a healer. So there's some healing. Healing is an important part of your path. So it doesn't always necessarily mean that that's your main goal, main job, or main thing, but it is an important part of your path, and you will in some way be an influence in healing other people. Jasmine, is the twin flame journey like my overall or my only purpose for this incarnation? Okay. No, you do. It does seem like relationship-wise. So of course, we all have lessons of love on our life path. So even if, sorry, I just saw that super chat there. Oh, I can't even like it on there. Okay, so even if so we all have like our lessons of love on this life path, but not for everyone it's twin flame, not for everyone it's soulmate. You know, for some of us it's those friend connections or unconditional love, maybe plants, animals, things like that. Family relationships. So although we all do have at least a few lessons that link around relationships and love, yours are more linked to so twin flame, your personal, yourself, so independent, and also your relationship with spirit, so like mediumship wise. So they're your three main kind of love relationship kind of connections that are important in this incarnation for you. So that doesn't mean that your like family relationships aren't important or your friend relationships aren't important. It just means that they're not at the forefront of your love lessons in this lifetime. So your family dynamics and your friends dynamics and those relationships, although you may still love them and all of those things, the lessons that you learn in that dynamic may be more linked to a different path, you know, so not a heart chakra path maybe, or your root chakra path, or your something different like that. So yeah, so you have three there, so it's not solely just the twin flame. So I hope that makes sense. Kevin, should I go ahead with a lucid data company for my first job? Should I try for any other company as well? Okay. So going ahead with this one or trying for another one as well? Okay. There is a lot of prominent positive energy with that one. But yeah, there is something else coming up as well that has a kind of similar vibe and energy and positivity. So I would definitely say that there's more options to you, which doesn't always help when you're getting a reading and you're being told there's other options. Maybe you just want to be told exactly, you know, the kind of thing to go for. But there is something else coming up that does have that similar kind of energy, that vibrant energy as well. So definitely, of course, if you want to ask about any specifics, you can do that, or go kind of with your intuition on it. Megha, what is all hiding from me about his UA trip? Okay. So there's not a lot coming through there. There does seem to be a little bit of kind of flirting energy, which of course isn't great. But yeah, there doesn't seem to be anything that's really like huge or anything really kind of physical coming through there. Yeah, but of course, I'm still sorry to say that. It's really not great. Jan, what happened between Caden and Em the night of the 5th? I know it was a big argument, but what was it about? Okay. So from Caitlin's side, there does seem to be some recognition and kind of shining a light on the fact that there's no like official kind of relationship or anything with them, and that does seem to be kind of a big part of that. Goody, will I be popular with my projects in 2025? Yeah, mid to the end of 2025 looks a lot more positive and prominent for you. Rhoda, Acacia card, okay, Acacia card for Rhoda. Oh, Caught in the Ruins, okay. So Caught in the Ruins, we can see these two people here that are in this like kind of old ruins of a building, of course. Now, what this suggests is that there's still some emotions from either you to like a past partner, someone from the past, or from a past partner or someone from the past to you. And there's something that needs to be cut there. There's some kind of cords that need to be cut there. And sometimes it's not a person. Sometimes it's like a negative habit of the past, or you know, yeah, like a negative habit, something that maybe we did that we regret, or something like that, that we need to kind of forgive ourselves for, or move on from, or release from our past. But you do need to let go of this thing from the past. So cord cutting is always important. Cord cutting is always a really positive thing to do, even if you feel that you're fully over that person from the past. They might not be fully over you, and there still could be some energetic spiritual cords reaching out to you because they're not fully moved on. So even when we feel very emotionally grown, we sometimes do still have to release the cords that someone else might have towards us. And like I said, it could be a negative habit of the past or something like that, or something you did when you were younger that you kind of regret or something like that. So forgive yourself and release. Kevin, between bioinformatics and financial economics, which one will I like to work in the job for the most? Okay. I'm getting a similar energy on both actually there. I'm getting a similar energy on both of those. Jan, oh, why did Caden ghost me after I asked him if we can hang out the 7th due to him not being able to on the 6th? Does he plan on making it up to me, sorry? Okay. Yeah, so although there does seem to be a change of heart there is kind of intention to, so first of all, intention not to let you down. So yeah, there is some intention of kind of wanting to make it up as well. That, the thing I will at least say is that, even though sometimes I feel like he doesn't always feel like he exactly needs to apologise, there is kind of recognition that he doesn't intend to do that. It's not like when I'm saying that I will call, I know full well I'm not going to. So there is some energy of kind of wanting to make that up. Pooja, how will N and A's connection play out in the coming months? Okay. It seems pretty steady and pretty positive. I don't see any huge changes for good or bad in the next few months. So I'm sorry to say that. Miss Venus, I really appreciate the how to say it. I really, really appreciate that. So I'm sorry because even if I pronounce it right on stream, I end up forgetting, so I do apologise. Kanala passed away last Thursday. I am so sorry. And I've been feeling devastated. How is Kanala feeling now? Is her spirit gone now? Okay, so let's check on this. love, light and blessings to you and, you know, your family and everything like that. And to the little beautiful spirit as well. But let's check how she's feeling now and where the spirit's at the moment. Yes, definitely getting a very light, relaxed kind of energy. I would definitely say that there's a difference with, you know, when we were picking up on um checking into like her health and things like that. And so I think it was a bit of kind of, I know she has like anxiety at times and things like that. There was definitely kind of a more heavy, kind of stressy kind of energy. Definitely feels very, very different to that. But seeing the status of the spirit here, just want to double check, but I'm feeling, yeah, like there is still a bit of a healing process going on. So, you know, pets generally tend to as well, like animals, pets, go through that process a bit quicker than most humans. But yeah, there is still a healing process going on there. But it does feel very nice and positive. Goody, do you see someone manifesting me romantically, and who is it? Okay. So I do get a no here, but what I'm really looking at, so, you know, when we're very kind of active manifestors, if you will. So we do kind of maybe have ideas about the person we want or the type of person we want, or, you know, maybe we have specific affirmations and things like that. And not everybody is that way, but we can still manifest things into our life in a less direct way, where we kind of just have this kind of fleeting idea of what would be nice, and maybe that still gets put out into the universe. But I don't feel like someone is specifically kind of trying to manifest you or focusing on you specifically. Not feeling that. You're welcome, Rising Phoenix. Very lovely to see you. It's really nice to see you again. Kevin, should I be doing my masters abroad or online, or should I physically come to the UK? It is expensive. Okay. Okay, let's see. Yeah, online looks a lot more prominent. Online does look a lot more prominent. Jan, why does Caden have OBS Studio software on his PC? OBS Studio is for streaming. Has he been secretly streaming to or in general? Yes, I'm using it right now. I have OBS right now, so that's why I'm streaming on. So let's check. Why did he have it? Okay. Yeah, there seems to be kind of plans to stream. I feel like I want to say Twitch here. Maybe not exactly right on the application, but it does seem like there's some kind of plan to use this to stream through a platform. And I say plan, so it does feel a little bit more like it's not frequently used. Mega, will I meet or again, and how would it go? Okay. Yes. And I'm feeling positive energy there. Yeah, feeling positive energy there, and also feeling like less distance and less distraction coming up from R as well. Shan L, any romance coming towards me in 2025? Okay, so unfortunately, I do need, guys, I do need to, I'll go over it. So I'll go over why we are here, and I'll also go and grab some love cards now while we're kind of at an hour. So we're at an hour, okay. So we are at the hour mark. Guys, please do bear in mind, I'm very far up in the chat. I'm very, very far up in the chat. Hopefully we'll get through like all of these questions. We'll see. But if you are new, please leave your full name and date of birth with your question. It really helps me to connect with your energy. Those guys who are not putting that information or regulars, I'm very connected to that energy, so they don't need to leave it again. But just the first few times that you're in, I really appreciate it if you do so. So I will go over the cards that we have because I know a few of you weren't in at the beginning when I went over the cards. So we have Akashic, and I've been kind of keeping similar cards, so you probably do already know if you've been in. Akashic, Chakra, Spirit Animal, Angel, Unicorn, one of my favourites, Starseed. Oh, you can't see it, but that is Starseed, you can take my word for it. Moon Magic and Shadow Healing as well. So we have a few there. I'm going to run up, I'm going to grab the love cards because if I don't want to skip questions now that I'm so far back. If you ask a question and you haven't left like your full name and date of birth, I'll just pull you a card. It's usually a love card, it's usually a love question. So if you have not liked the video already, please do like it. And if you're not subscribed yet, please do subscribe. And I'll just run and grab the love cards. So yeah, I'll be right back. Don't worry, I'll be right back. I'm not going anywhere. Okay, I'm back. I have the love cards. So, and guys, I have some free time tomorrow. So I should be streaming again. I'm thinking a pendulum because we haven't done a pendulum in a while. So I'm thinking of a pendulum, but we'll see. It's probably too soon to do another crystal ball right away. So yeah, it might be a pendulum. Oh, and if you haven't checked yet, check the homepage because there's some new streams planned now. Not many yet, but there's a candle wax reading. In the poll, you guys liked the candle wax the best and wanted a candle wax reading again. So the members will be, so what I'm going to do is if a stream's not super popular, like channeling or crystal ball, I'm going to do it where it's members prioritised rather than members only, because we tried members only love spell and we just didn't get enough people on it, to be honest with you. Enough members on it at the same time. So I'm going to do it more like it's members prioritised if it's a stream that's not super popular. So we'll see how it goes. Candle wax reading actually was pretty popular the first time, so I might regret that, but we'll see. Yeah, so Shan. So Shan says any romance coming in 2025, but no information. So we'll do a love card. Oh, I have the deck the wrong way. Honeymoon. Okay, so it's a honeymoon card, I know. Holographic, not the best for you to see, but it says enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So when we're already in a relationship, it's a positive kind of message of either a holiday or, you know, an engagement, a marriage, honeymoon kind of thing. But when we are not in a relationship at the moment, it is it's more about getting into that honeymoon period of a relationship. So you'll be entering into a new relationship, getting into that honeymoon period, and it can even sometimes indicate that where you meet someone will be like on traveling, so in travel. So it's probably not going to be like, you know, at your local kind of bar or wherever you go, you know. You may be traveling when you meet this person. Goody, do you see me fulfilled in Korea in 2025? Okay. Yes, more towards the end of 2025, but I'm guessing yes. Kevin, a few people have told me that I look older than my age. I feel insecure about it because some guess like 10 plus years older than my actual age. Is my body aging faster and what is it? Okay. Okay, no, so it seems pretty unfortunate that it's happened. Well, I don't know, it depends on you, you know. I think when we're younger, Kevin's younger than me, um, we kind of like being a bit older or seeming a bit older. I know I did when I was younger. But yeah, it's when you it's when you get older that you kind of like, no, no, please stop. But it does seem like you yeah, it may feel a bit unfortunate for you at the moment, but it does seem like when you get a little bit older, like maybe 5 years, something like that, it's going to kind of halt. So other people are going to seem to age, and you're going to seem to stay kind of youthful and stay kind of at that level. So yeah, when you're older, it'll be a bit better in that respect. Jan, when will me and Caden hang out? Will he ask or should I? Okay. Okay. Yeah, so I'm seeing him ask within the next 3 days. Delphine, when do you see P contacting me again? Okay. It seems like there's a possibility in early January, but it does seem a little bit low. So I'm sorry to say that. Stephanie, I've been seeing white horses everywhere. Could you tell me if there's a message there? Okay. Yeah, so the message should seem to be about the momentum of your life and the pace of your life. So we can tap into horse totem energy, like horse spirit animal energy for. Oh, guys, I'm so sorry, I keep yawning. I might sleep tonight. So the horse totem or spirit animal, we can tap into that for momentum with our life. So if we've been coasting a little bit or we've been hesitant or unsure of which direction to take, we can tap into the horse spirit animal to help us with getting into momentum. So if you're someone who procrastinates, the horse totem animal is very good for you. And also strength as well. So where strength might be needed, and this is where it might be kind of important as well for you, because a white horse specifically has a kind of cleansing energy, it has kind of a angelic energy, it has those kind of energies as well, like protective energy as well. So you have protection, you have strength, and you have momentum. So do think about anything you might be procrastinating on, because whilst you're seeing this horse pop up to you, it really is kind of lending you its energy and kind of welcoming you to channel that energy, you know? So yeah, just think about that. Think about if you are procrastinating on anything. And that goes for everyone as well. So just because Stephanie is having the horse kind of approach her doesn't mean that you guys can't also connect with the horse if you wish to pick up momentum a little bit. Jan, what are Caden's feelings and thoughts about me and the connection, and what are his intentions? Okay. There doesn't seem to be much change here. I would say that the best part of that is that there is still contemplation about you and the connection and reconciling and things like that. But of course, I would say the worst thing about that is that there's still a bit of stagnant energy there, or kind of delayed energy. Jasmine, what's the thing with my guides about encouraging the twin flame journey if there's being stubborn about it? What else do they have to say about this? Okay, so um, thing with the guides encouraging the twin flame journey. Yeah, so I mean, so of course I'll look in the ball for Jasmine's specific connection here, but it's not every kind of lifetime that we. Most lifetimes we do resonate with some soul family members, some soulmate kind of energies. So that's pretty kind of. It's a pretty common thing in most people's lives that there'll be some level of like soul family thing going on. But with the twin flame, there's a bit more kind of uniqueness in it. So there's like not everybody has their twin flame in their current life path, and some people wait like a few lifetimes till they kind of um, resonate with this person again, or their inclusion of proximity with this person to kind of recognize it, or even just recognize it. So there might be like hundreds of people, hundreds and thousands and millions of people who do they do have that person in their life, but they just never come to the realization of it. It's probably the better way to describe it. So when you're kind of on that journey and you've kind of come to these realizations and kind of being made aware for your own personal growth and journey, they do find it a little bit more of their kind of responsibility to kind of try to help it as well, because don't forget that the twin flame journey, like any karmic kind of connection or journey or lesson, it is really important for us, this growth of our soul and our spirit. So if you're at the stage where you're coming to those realizations yourself and kind of on your own healing journey, they will really encourage it, they will really push it. It's like people who are continuously working on themselves, their guides will try their best to align them with the highest vibrational soulmate that they can, because they really want you to get the most out of your lessons whilst you're here, especially when you've taken the initiative of kind of being the driving force on your own life lessons, because a lot of people, their life lessons are very external. They come at them externally and it's like unexpected. Whereas when people delve inwards into their own growth, you're seeking out your own kind of journey, and they will try to help as much as they can with that. They will try to help a lot more with that. So the more you turn your attention to it, the more they will try to help and kind of push that. But let's see if we can pick up anything else with that, or anything else they might have to say about it. I know I did chat on quite a little bit there, but yeah, let's see. Yeah, the thing that they do kind of want to add there, so I'm having kind of like affirmation from them there, but or confirmation you could say. But one thing they do kind of want to say on that is that everything is okay. So don't feel like sometimes it can be daunting to be told like you're you're maybe further along in this journey, so you're going to be given more challenges and more struggles. Sometimes it's like, no, I'll have less, please. Sometimes it can be a bit daunting to have those situations, and your guides do really want you to know that it's okay. Like, even if you decide to go, stray from this path, shall I say, or go in a different direction, it's all kind of okay. It's like if you kind of pivot to like a different path, a different kind of lesson, there's always going to be a lesson, there's always going to be things that your guides can help you with, and you're not going to be, they're not going to think negatively of you, or think any differently of you in any way, if whatever decision you make, basically. So it's kind of like being very supportive in where your mind is focused, where you're focused. Kevin, have subliminals I have listened to since 2020 or binaural beats contributed to my faster aging? Okay. So I guess a no on that. I'm getting a no on that. Pooja says Acacia. The muse. So we have the muse. The muse is often about finding inspiration in something new or re-sparking inspiration. Did I say information? Finding inspiration in something new or having inspiration re-sparked for something old. You know, maybe if you have like a creative hobby that you used to do, something that was on the back burner, learning an instrument, a language, or something creative, you may be inspired again to pick up where you left off or to tap back into that or to just start something brand new. But it is usually on the creative side. So the sacral chakra can be focused on when we pull this card. We might want to focus a little bit more on the sacral chakra and being inspired. Being inspired can be very important. So what you can do to help this, if you do want to help this, is travel. So even if it's like little day trips, you know, exploring somewhere close to you that you've never really been, it doesn't have to be a huge holiday, it doesn't have to cost loads of money, but gaining new inspiration from seeing something new, from exploring something new is always really positive when we get this card. My background's going funny again and it happens every time I stream. Okay. Goody, should I do the project with a classmate of mine? Will it be successful? Okay. Yeah, so I'm getting really positive energy with collaboration for you, so that's good. Mega timeline for my marriage with okay. Seeing kind of 2027, 2028 come through there. Miss Venus, Omar's thoughts, feelings, and true intentions towards me, please. Okay. Yeah, there's a very kind of holistic, rounded view and attraction here. So we do have those external energies coming through, which I knew that you knew I was going to say. We do have that kind of external energy, those sacral energies and all of that. But there is a very well-rounded kind of energy. There is these deeper emotions. There is this kind of not fully always being able to get you off his mind and things like that. There's definitely a depth to it. There's the surface level, there's the deeper level as well, a kind of nice balance, if you will. It seems nice, it seems well-rounded. So yeah, I do feel like intentions is, I don't know exactly if I'd say pick up where we left off. I don't think that's really the right way to say it or the right thing to say. But I do feel like the intentions aren't just in those external and sacral energies. I do feel like the intentions are, there's definitely a willingness to delve deeper, to see how things could go. Yeah, so I hope that makes sense. But it seems nice and rounded. Kevin, any tips from me personally for this aging problem? Okay. Yeah, okay, so I'm getting some things come through here. Kevin, if you're still in, please send me this question to Facebook. Send me this question to Facebook because I want to type this to you. But also, yeah, I don't want to jump out of the chat and back in because I've had no glitches today. So please, if you could, just send that to me on Facebook and I will type that to you. Usually I would jump out and I would like do it myself, but I really just don't want the chat has not glitched today. Jan, has Caden spoken to Drew about either me or both? And what was said if he has? Okay. No, I'm getting no recent energy on that. Goody, will I get to my desired country in October? Getting a yes on that. And a romance angel for Goody as well. Okay. Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So sometimes this can mean that we're being hindered a little bit. Like maybe, you know, sometimes we can have like an attraction somewhere or something like that, but it doesn't work out because of different like backgrounds, different kind of religious beliefs or practices and things like that. But sometimes there is a more positive side to this card, and sometimes it's a lot more about actually finding someone who does resonate with you in the spiritual sense. So where it's like you're being influenced, it might seem like it's negative at the moment. It might seem like it's not really going anywhere at the moment, but eventually the alignment with this person who does resonate with your beliefs instead of wanting compromise or something from you will come about. The only thing about that one, if they are resonating onto your path, sometimes that can take a little bit of time. So if you don't currently have anyone in mind, it's very likely they'll be coming onto the path, but there may be divine timing, a play where it's not super soon with that, unfortunately. Jan, did Caden notice I again was playing with a guy friend on the 8th? How will he feel if he continues to see me hanging out with my friends and playing with him instead of Caden? Okay. Yeah, it's definitely thought-provoking and it definitely does give him a bit of worry as well. Yeah, so it's a little bit thought-provoking. I would say it could be a bit of a catalyst to, of course, the decision he has to make, but at the same time, there can also sometimes be a bit of um, feeling deflated, like maybe I've already gone past my chance, you know? Jasmine had a dream I was sitting behind Phil in what seemed to be a church. Later the scene changed and he came to me dressed in only a towel and brushed up against me. What am I supposed to get from this? Okay. Okay. Okay, so this is interesting. So it does seem like you're picking up on some kind of symbolism that's more on his side. So it's not so much about how you feel in your sort of subconscious mind. It's more about how he feels in his subconscious mind. So the church kind of scene is very much kind of what I think I'm supposed to do, what I think the right thing is, kind of maybe what other people expect me to do or what society expects me to do is in the church scene. And then the kind of towel brushing up against you and things like that, that's more the inner desires and the things that sometimes I've been suppressing or I have suppressed in the past. Things that are more my authentic self that maybe I'm not fully expressing outwardly to everybody. So there's like this conflict of what I think I should be continuing to do in this momentum and what my inner authentic self is telling me on my emotions, my feelings, and things like that. But yeah, it's Phil's more. It's more you're seeing like Phil's kind of side. Kevin, is there still some chronic or something physical problem which is making my stretch marks worse and not heal properly? I feel like there is something to do with my spine. Okay. It seems to be more about that the skin is not quite so elastic in terms of like growth that you've had. So like some people grow like very, very kind of slowly and gradually, and their skin doesn't really get a lot of like pull, if you will, whereas some people it happens a bit more sporadically and over a quicker period of time. So it does seem like that's the case with you, where it hasn't been as slow and steady, and the skin's just not super elastic. But it doesn't seem to be like a deeper thing that's um, like beneath the skin, beneath the surface of the skin. It does seem more to just be kind of based around the skin. Um, yeah, but I'm sorry about that. Goody, do you see me in my divine energy this week, this month? Okay. Yeah, I really feel like you're continuing to tap more and more into your divine energies. It does seem a little bit like this sometimes it's a bit slow in terms of like aligning fully onto that. But you're definitely on an upwards trajectory. You definitely are improving and getting to a good resonance with your divine energy and your higher self, you know? Benita, what attracts Shan to me? Okay. There does seem to be a combination of the physical and the personality going on there. So there's a bit of a combination, which is always nice. You know, it's nice to have a mixture of the two rather than just be physical. You know. Candy would like to say happy birthday to anyone celebrating this month. Oh, wonderful! Yes, absolutely. I wish I could remember all of you guys' birthdays all the time and always say it. I know we do have Theodora. Theodora's birthday this month, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry guys, just getting comfortable. So now we do have Theodora's birthday coming up this month. I was going to try to plan a Discord call for that, but it's if anyone can do a Discord call this month, please do let me know. But I just feel like it's so useless trying to organise it. I feel a bit deflated when I do try. Um, but yeah, I'm sure I will keep trying. But Jan, has Kaden been playing Hearthstone? I'm sorry if I say that wrong. But did you play it with her the 6th or the 7th? Okay. Yeah, so I'm getting a yes there, but not getting a confirmation of which one of those dates that was. Stephanie, what job would be in alignment with my higher purpose? It would be lovely to see Stephanie on the um, Money Oracle stream. Maybe I'll do Money Oracle stream tomorrow instead of just Pendulum. That might be good. Yeah, I might do that. Firefly Magic. Why isn't Scorpio coming to the social end of week? Okay. So I'm just getting already having plans booked in. Kevin, what are A's thoughts and feelings towards me now? Okay. Care, attraction, intrigue, and a bit of nervousness coming through there. Pooja, in the past I saw quite a few dreams of attacks by gunmen in my city. Oh no. What were those about? Okay. few dreams of attacks by gunmen in my city. What were those about? So this seems to be more of a symbol to upkeep your own protection, your own levels of spiritual protection at the moment. So your spiritual protection is a little bit low at the moment. So definitely would do something, you know, do some kind of protection practice there. Thank you so much, Jasmine. I'm really appreciating and Jan, really appreciating the moderating today. I'm so far from the end of the chat, I rarely know, but I am. Wow. Yeah, this was not supposed to be a super busy time to stream. Let's see, just bear with me one moment, guys. Okay. So I'm going to put finishing up here, but I honestly don't know if I will even make it down that far. I'm really sorry to say. Wow. Goody. What should I do to tap into my soul and think more like a soul than an emotional body? Okay. So that's it's a good question, but it's definitely a very intensive question because I think as well, like, I get what you're saying because you're talking about balance. So you feel like you're too much on the emotional side when really you want to like have that balance. And we all need the balance between mind, body, and spirit. And sometimes a good way to balance is sometimes, you know, if I've been way more in the emotional for such a long time, sometimes it is good to not really ignore, but kind of put that emotional side on the back burner for a little bit to connect just with kind of the soul, spirit, and things like that. So it's really a lot about focusing on those higher chakras as well. So your third eye, your crown chakra, and all of those things. Ultimately, of course, you do want to be balanced. You want to have a good level of like physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and all of that. But maybe focusing on your higher chakras for now, on your empathy, forgiveness, you know, any divination or spiritual gifts that you have or guides that you know about are going to be things to really focus on at the moment. If you are someone who like meditates or does yoga every now and then, really increasing those practices. And definitely like practices of forgiveness. So you can even do this with, and you don't have to talk to the exact person, or doesn't mean you have to be like friends with them again or anything. But if you have had fallouts or people who've done you wrong and things like that, you can set intentions just to forgive without, you know, doing it face to face, if you will. Forgiveness practices are very good as well. Aurora. Aurora, initials of future spouse. Okay, let's see what comes through here. Okay, so I'm just guessing a C. I'm only guessing one there, but I'm guessing a C. And Pooja, any significant changes coming up in N and my connection next year? It looks pretty steady right now. It does look like it's going to remain pretty steady. Not really any big changes positively or negatively, so that's good. Kevin, as I was talking to Bobby, I realised that I'm getting more inclined towards girls. If somehow A gets to know about it, what would be his thoughts and feelings about it? Okay. There's definitely acceptance and understanding coming up there, so that's good at least. Jan, what are Caden's thoughts and feelings and intentions with M? Okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing much change on that kind of front either. It does still seem pretty mostly platonic. Jasmine, what do my guides, particularly Mike, have to say about me being intimate with Randall the other day, since he made it to is a point to tell me I need to pick a path. Like I haven't done that, okay? So there does seem to be understanding that um, although although there is encouragement to pick a path, there does seem to be understanding that no path of healing is completely in a straight line, completely one way. Like, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people on here have connected with like exes when they've been single, or at least thought about like reaching out and things like that. Even when they really do want to move on and have forward momentum, it's definitely something that we do understand. You know, it's even people on healing journeys that aren't to do with relationships, healing journeys that are to do with, maybe getting over a negative habit or an addiction or something like that. Um, just because someone kind of relapses in some way doesn't mean that they're still not on that positive journey, that positive path in the long run, if that makes sense. So there's definitely a big understanding with that, but there's a big understanding with it, but there's still kind of a point of still encouraging that forward momentum as well. Goodies, these do I need room and emotional healing? Okay. Yeah, particularly being drawn to the emotional side there. Aries. After my conversation with my guy, I apologise, but also talked about where my insecurity stemmed from and how I didn't appreciate him calling me childish and immature. And he said he needed to take a little bit of space. Can you tell me how he's currently feeling after a conversation and what his intentions are? Okay. Yeah, there definitely seems to be a little bit more of a kind of defeated energy at the moment, like feeling a little bit fed up and things like that. I would still say that the intentions aren't pivoted, the intentions aren't completely changed. So I think like the idea of like a break is with the intention of coming back, and reassessing and getting back to where you were. It does feel like there is an intention to that, but definitely I'm feeling a bit of a kind of fed up energy there. But yeah, I wouldn't say as far as intentions fully changing or wanting to fully redirect the path. So that's good. Kevin, how will the dynamics between me and A change when he comes to know that I'm getting more inclined towards girls than guys? Okay. So it doesn't seem like too much of a change, but it actually does seem overall to be a bit more of a relaxed energy from A. Jan, what's the prominence and timeline for heart to heart and reconciliation? Okay. So I'm seeing heart to heart seems to be January. I'm guessing like 65 to 70 there. And reconciliation, I'm seeing 75, but I'm not seeing an exact date with it. Aurora, did AW and SY break up? Yes, I'm guessing a yes on that. Mega, do you see if R will start putting more effort into our connection in the coming days? Yes, I guess a yes on that. Kevin, how are things looking like between me and Bhavya in December and January? We have been opening up and talking much more recently. Yeah, it seems like a deepening of the connection, and it does seem like it lasts as well. Like a nice lasting connection, friendship there. Jan, prominence and timeline for Caden and cutting ties. It seems pretty high prominence to be this month. Jasmine, when a twin flame and SO separate, is he going to ask to move in with me, or is he going to move somewhere on his own, or with a brother or friend? Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely seeing moving with a friend coming up most prominently. Aurora, would AW be interested in me if we interacted in person? Guess a yes on that. Goody, do you see me having great financial projects in my career if I spell them in January? I'm not sure what you mean. Do you mean like do a spell? Sorry, I'm not 100% on that. Kevin, a love card related to A. Okay. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So there could be something to pay attention to coming up. So of course, red flags, you know, I'm sure everybody has some red flags or negative traits and things like that. So it's not always like a complete make or break in a situation, but it's definitely something to be mindful of. You know, sometimes red flags show us like where people are in their healing journey, and or where to maybe encourage people as well, like if they need therapy or if they need something like that. So it can sometimes be things that can be worked on. It can be very alarming card to get, but it doesn't always mean, like you said, make or break. But we definitely should be mindful of it at least when it comes up. Jan, when have Caden and hangs out within the 6th to 8th? Okay. So it seems like 6th and 7th. Aurora, is your romantic energy for me next year going to be short or long? Old person or new? Okay. Seems to be long-term potential with someone new. Shadow healing for Goody. Confused. The chaos accompanying the confusion seems misguided. However, the others are too embroiled in the situation to see clearly. You will need to make it simpler. Aurora, what circumstances could help me meet S? Seems to be a bit of a message about being bold. So this could be just like flat out asking or being a bit more forward in some way. And Lindsay says, why do I keep seeing the number 57 everywhere? Is there a message connected to it? Okay. There seems to be a push to communicate with a spirit, but it seems like a specific spirit. So it does seem like it's either a past loved one or an ancestor that's coming through, trying to help you to communicate with them. So you could work on your crown chakra with that, and see if there's anything you can. I mean, you could always go for like a mediumship reading or something like that, but it does seem more like the spirit wants to communicate directly to you. So you could do some meditations before bed or some mediumship meditations in your own time, maybe on YouTube or something like that, to try to get some messages yourself. It seems like it's either a past loved one or an ancestor, and they really want to connect with you personally more than come through in a reading from someone else. So I'm just seeing how to go about this now because we are finishing up pretty soon. So I might do, let's see, we'll go through and I will answer, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to answer questions for people who haven't really been in. So I'm going to answer a few questions for people who haven't really asked any questions. If you do have any questions that that haven't been answered yet, sorry, one question, so choose one question. If you have one question that hasn't been answered yet, that you really want answering, put that underneath where I've put finishing up. Oh wait, do I need to, let me see if I need to post it again. No, that should be fine. Okay. Yeah, so there will be another session soon, but later it might be, I mean, tomorrow it might be, oh no, now I can't scroll all the way up. I can't get back to where I was. Okay, guys, so new plan. So I'm going to put now, I'm going to do the finishing up again. Please, a question that hasn't been answered that you most want answered. So it's going to be one per person, if that's okay. Yeah, I can't scroll any higher than Aurora's question, which says, will there be a team or partner I can make music with next year? So I don't know if you guys can see that one. There's a super chat there. Pretty much the super chat. I can't see anything above that. I really appreciate your help, Jan and Jasmine, today. So just going to do, Jan's put here, why did she bring up that there is no official title between them on the 5th? Was trying to make things official or think they were dating. Okay. Yeah, he felt like she was like being a little bit forward with that. So yes. Jasmine, I had a dream, and in part of the dream, a cop told me to get in a cop car. Instead, I got away and ended up changing my look to not get caught. What was the dream about? Okay. Yeah, so the kind of police person and this scenario of being in trouble was more representative of being kind of like governed, like having more. It was more like an authority kind of representation rather than you actually being in trouble. So it was more a representation just of authority in general, and you changing your look and getting away was more about you like kind of mixing up and changing your life a little bit in some way, where you gain more freedom, where you don't have so much control from others or authority over others. So it feels to me to be a little bit maybe job related, like maybe doing a bit more things in your own time, in your spare time, where you're making money and not always having to rely on like having like a boss, like an authoritative figure. It seems a lot more to be about that rather than you're actually, you know, in trouble in some way. And your ability to change and grow as well as a person. So changing, so you're not caught. It's your ability to change and grow. Jan says, will Caden ever bring up to me that he plans on streaming? So I'm guessing a no on that at the moment. Mangala, Acacia card, I will do that if you're still here. Okay, the chess game. So Mangala, so you have the chess game here. It suggests that there's going to be something that's going to be competition in some way. So sometimes we can look at this, for example, if there's, I'm blurry, if there's you know, 3 people in the office and they're all going for a promotion, but there's only 1 role available. That could be a competition. If you're actually involved in competitions like chess or like sports, it can be that as well. It can even be that you and someone else have interest in the same person. You're both kind of after the same person, so there's still a competitive energy to it, even though it's not truthfully like a competition. But the good thing about this card is it's upright. It shows that you will come out on top. Your ability to pass that interview or get that job or to win in some way is much higher than, yeah, so you're more likely to come out on top. Marianne, Shadow Healing. Suffering. Thinking that no one knows the pain you're enduring is just another form of self-pity. Every soul experiences pain. It's what we do with that pain that defines our future. Miss Venus says, I prefer crystal ball to pendulum. Sorry, it's just clearer answers. Yeah, I totally agree. And I do always say that I think crystal ball is more accurate because it can look at smaller possibilities. So if a pendulum says no, a crystal ball might say it's possible, but there's maybe 40% chance, whereas a pendulum would say no. So I totally agree with that, but also do like to vary, if I can, a little bit. There hasn't been too many crystal balls lately, so I get it. Yeah. Yeah, everybody does prefer crystal ball. Maybe we'll do that. The only thing, I mean, I don't know. I think it's just because tomorrow it might be a bit earlier, and I always really hate when there's members who can't make the crystal ball. You know, if it's early, I always feel bad. So I think at least if it's pendulum and some of the members can't make it, it's not as bad for them. But yeah, let me see which ones you guys have put here now then. Oh, really not that many. Okay. Okay, we are getting there. So let's just see. Yeah, so I did end up having one glitch on the YouTube chat today, but yeah, I really hate it because it was going so well today actually. Um, Even the super chat didn't pull me out of where I was up to. So just do Elisa here. Actually, I should just be doing below the finishing up now because I think most of these people will have jumped out. So yeah, let's go with what I was going to do. Right, okay. Jasmine, am I thinking too much into it, being worried about being physically prepared when Phil finally decides to come? Should I just stop or should I keep worrying? What do my guides have to say about this? Okay. Yeah, there's definitely guidance to not be as worried about it. There's definitely guidance to kind of stop and chill and take a step back with that, definitely. So of course it's not like, excuse me, I'm so sorry about sniffling right now. So of course it's not like don't care at all, you know, just don't care about anything. But yeah, definitely taking a step back from worrying so much and giving yourself that kind of time and patience. Firefly, what were Scorpio's thoughts and feelings when he saw me on video call today earlier? Okay. Happiness, attraction, and intrigue are coming through there. Carolyn, does Christopher want a romantic relationship with me? Kind of, but there's also this energy of not feeling completely in the right place within himself. Kieran, how will my marital life be? Okay. Yeah, I'm getting a really positive energy with that. So it seems like you're on a good path to a positive connection there. Aurora, will there be a team or partner I can make music with next year? Yeah, and collaboration energy is coming up very positive and strong for you. Jan, if I do continue to hang out with this guy friend of mine, will this encourage Caden to want to hang out more with me and move our connection forward? It seems like it will make him think about it more and make it be at the forefront of his mind a little bit more. So yeah, I would say that there'll be some impact there. Aisha, Zaid's feelings for me currently. Okay. Quite positive, but not super strong. Mangala, do you see separation with my husband or things will get better? Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing improvement there in the middle of next year. So unfortunately it's not too soon. SM. Zaid, feelings for Sobia. Okay. It feels just a little bit more kind of friendly in a sense. There doesn't really seem to be anything that's more than friendly. Miss Venus, my last question. How do you foresee my meeting with Omar on the 21st? I guess what do you see happening between us? The vibe, everything you can see. I want to be open, but I also want to meet the other guy coming. Okay. So there's a lot of fun energy, very kind of light-hearted, fun kind of energy, but also a little bit of like deeper kind of interesting discussions. So you know things that you've been talking to me about a little bit in the messenger and things like that. So it does seem like quite a nice. I mean, it feels like light-hearted and playful, but there's that interest and intrigue of those kind of deeper topics coming up as well. It seems a little bit like there could be, so I'm jumping ahead here a little bit, but it does seem a little bit like there could be some um, serious contemplation about if you do what you do really want with the soulmate and with Omar, because it does seem like um, it seems like there's potential of more meetings and getting a lot closer. But what I will say is that does seem not just directly from this first meeting. It seems like there may be agreements to meet meet a bit more frequently. It seems like a really big kind of possibility. So yeah, you might have a lot of kind of things to contemplate in terms of in terms of those two different paths. Um, it seems very kind of resonating, very kind of nice. Sarumi. Oh yeah, so we'll be doing, I need to do, maybe tomorrow, maybe we could do, maybe instead of pendulum, so I'll have to think about it and see what I'm doing, because like I said, part of my decision making with this is because if I do an early stream and some of you USA members can't make it, I do feel a bit bad about that, but maybe we could do a money oracle crystal ball instead of a money oracle pendulum, maybe something like that. Yeah, acting towards you, if Miss Venus, it feels very like attentive. It feels very. There's still that kind of that external energy attraction kind of flirtatious, light-hearted vibe coming through, but there is like an attentive kind of openness for the deeper levels of the connection. If that makes sense, I hope it does. Firefly, you're welcome, of course. I'm Kevin, how do path and non-lava view A and my connection? Do they think A likes me romantically? Okay. Yes, they do. Marwash? I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. Hello and welcome. Caroline, you're very welcome. Jan, see it deflating him. Yeah, it seems like there's the for the power of it to provoke thought in his mind, like, oh, she does have other options, I am kind of, taking my time, there is that side of it, but there is also the side of maybe it's too late, maybe this is her moving on. So it's very kind of, what I would say with it is to be mindful about the amount of times. So you don't want it to seem like you're fully moved on and you spend all your time together and you and this new person are definitely getting together. You don't want to make it seem like that. But at the same time, those little moments of him seeing it where it is thought provoking is good. So it's like having that balance, like with anything, but I know what you mean. So yeah, so Mangala, I will just do your last question here. It's very nice to see some new people in the chat, so I do appreciate that. Please guys, if you didn't like the video yet, please do like it, and please subscribe if you are new. Let's just check that one. Do you see if my husband is putting effort from this week to having communication with me to have a better relationship? Okay. Unfortunately, I don't see it being as soon as this week. Unfortunately, I do feel like there's a bit of a struggle and a challenge that you're going through, and that it's a bit more of a process um, than a week. But it does look like there's potential and a chance for you to rebuild it and get back to where you were. But yes, not so soon, unfortunately. Um, yeah, Miss Venus, thanks so much. I know. Um, I, it's just so, it can be awkward sometimes with times, but I'm going to try to pick up. I know I always say it when I drop streams down a little bit. I always say I'm going to try and pick them up and do more. But sometimes just doing a few early ones does help with that. But if it's, so Jan says, if it is early, what time would it be? So it could be, I want to say 12, I want to say noon GMT, that's what I want to say. But it could be a bit earlier. Okay, so we'll say the earliest will probably be 10 a.m. GMT, the latest will probably be 2 p.m. GMT. So I know that's not great, I know there's a bit of a time frame there, but that's kind of what's in my head at the moment. That's what I'm feeling might be, that's what I'm feeling might be possible with it. Yeah, so I have something, I have a session to do in the morning, but apart from that, it's nothing too much. Like I have some inboxes to get to, and I'm really sorry if you're one of those people. If you're one of those people who haven't got to yet, I do apologise. But I'm pretty caught up, which is why I thought, whilst I'm quite caught up and I don't have too much to do, because I've been very busy the past few weeks, I really should try and get another stream in tomorrow. So let's see. So yeah, sorry, Jan, I know that's not a great answer. Miss Venus, do you see him? Yes, kissing, yes. So sorry. I always try to put it very, anything that might happen, I'm like, the external energies and the sacral connection, you know? But yes, I do feel that. Yeah, Jan, hiding it as well is probably just as bad as doing it too much, you know? You're welcome, of course you're welcome, and guys, I'm really sorry about the chat glitching once this time, and do hang out, just not go overboard, yes. My wash, okay, let's just do that one there. Will I travel abroad next year? We'll do that. Oh yeah, Sarumi, sorry. Your question's not specific enough. Your question was just the type of job. So that's kind of better for our money oracle stream because it has like tons and tons of different fields and different things. And we can just click it. So yeah, sorry. When I was talking about doing the money oracle stream, I was referring to your question. I didn't make that clear, so I apologise for that. Will I travel abroad next year? Let's just do that one. Getting a yes on that one for you. Sarah, Mama Richard and I be officially back together. Okay. Yeah, so I'm feeling like back to normal, back to how things were. I'm feeling within a month, you know, at the most I would say within a month. But putting like exact titles like boyfriend and girlfriend, I feel like that might take a little bit longer, but it's kind of because of the way you guys got comfortable, you know? I feel like there's definitely recognition from his side now that you have even affirmed and recognised that he knows that there was a connection there and that it was a commitment. But I still feel like him coming around to being very confirmed with that and like putting a title on it is still going to take a little bit more time. But coming back to normal, I really feel like that will be very soon. Yeah, so Surumi saying something like, yeah, should I be focusing on working first or traveling? That's a great question. Just a little bit more specific rather than I could be checking the ball for like any different type of field or studying or like anything like that. So it can be a lot when it's too broad and open. So, but thank you because I do think that someone mentioned that as well. So I appreciate that. Sarumi, should I be focused on working first or traveling? Okay. I actually get traveling, which I wasn't expecting. I'm surprised by that, but yeah, I do get Yeah, Miss Venus. So external energies. We have. I think you guys might say like making out. I don't know. We don't say that, but yeah. Super sweet. Those intimate energies coming out. You know, the nice physical connection. Um, you're very welcome. You're welcome, Jan. Of course. Um, Ruhi Shah. I'm really sorry if you have been on before. I don't feel connected to your energy. So I do need your full name and date of birth in order to answer your question. If you are still here, I will do your question as the last question. If you'd like to put your full name and date of birth, I would really appreciate that. And if I have had it before and I have connected with you, it's probably just been a while, so I apologise. But yeah, so it's been a really nice stream. I'm surprised by actually how busy it got. Um, but yeah, I really appreciate you guys' patience. I appreciate everything. I'm seeing you guys and your patience and, you know, putting up with me, having glitches and all these things. But yes, so on the 13th, to always check the homepage when I say this, because if you're in a different time zone, it might be different for you. But on the 13th of this month at 8 p.m. GMT, we have candle wax reading. That will be members prioritized. And that is just in case only like 4 members can make it, then at least we can fill out the stream a little bit. We're probably going to have the first 8 people come in, have their reading, okay? So probably going to be about 8 people on that. If it's very, very busy, we will do another one for members as well if it's very, very busy. So don't worry too much, because I know it's kind of difficult to do members prioritized, because if the first 8 people in, there's like 4 members and 4 that aren't members, and then a 9th person comes in and they're a member, and I've already like done the candle, I can't really kick a subscriber off that. So like kind of navigating how to do a members prioritized stream might be difficult, but what I might say is I might do a list. So I might do, if you check that stream on the homepage and you definitely think you're free for that time, I will do a list of maybe 8 members, and if you all make it within the first like 10 minutes into the stream, or the first 10-15 minutes, you'll keep the space. If you really can't make it and you know end up not being able to come, that your space might go to someone else. But like I said, if that does happen where a member can't make it who's booked on, or where it's super busy, we'll do another one for members, so don't worry too much about that. But both of the channeling streams are available on the homepage, so please do check those out. I might try, so just so you guys know, I might try to do, instead of doing 2-hour long channeling streams, I might try to do 3-hour long, so that the heart members who get 2 channelings can just have it done on one of those streams. Because dedicating a whole extra stream to the heart for an extra one always seems problematic. Like, not very many people can get onto it, which I don't really mind, but it's just when I'm sat just talking to no one on the stream, it just feels a bit odd. So if we try to increase the length of the stream and make sure the hearts are getting both of their channelings, but within those 2 streams, it might work better. So it's just trial and error of what might work better for you guys. Something like that. Thank you, Ruhi, thank you very much. We'll do that now. Will I be able to get my visa approval this week? Okay. So actually I'm getting a no on that. It seems like it will be approved, but it seems like it will take a little bit longer. So I'm really, really sorry to say that. I'm really, really sorry. Sarumi, oh good. Just got the kind of job I will do next will be influenced by traveling. Amazing. Yeah, well, I would love that myself personally, so that's great. But yeah, so if you do have any thoughts about what I just said about the candle wax reading or about the channelings, please do get in touch with me. And yeah, stay in touch. I really hope to see you all soon. Love, light and blessings to each of you. And I will try to post about tomorrow. I'll try to, and of course it's now 10 p.m. for me. So, and I will be up early tomorrow. So I will try to make a post in advance about if it's pendulum, if it's crystal ball tomorrow. So hopefully if anyone can make it, you will see it. But we'll just see what happens, and I hope that you can. But love, light and blessings to each of you.